was paid $1 million a year. So why did Andrew Carnegie pay him $1 million a year, or even $3,000 a day? Because he was a genius? No. Because he knew more about steel than anybody else? Nonsense. He was chosen for one reason, and one reason only, because he was a genius at dealing with people. I'm going to give you 5 rules today that I tell you, it's going to change the world around you. It's going to be so effective. First rule is criticism is futile. God didn't see fit to distribute evenly, unfortunately, the gift of intelligence. So 99 times out of 100, people will not criticize or blame themselves, no matter how wrong they may be. You ask any criminal why they've committed a crime, they will give you thousands of reasons and thousands of stories, and they blame everyone around them, but they will not blame themselves. So why criticize? It's fruitless. Benjamin Franklin was so diplomatic and adroit at dealing with people that he was appointed the US ambassador to France. His secret, he said, I will speak ill of no man, but I will speak all the good I know of everybody. Second rule, the desire to feel important is the greatest urge in human nature. So we all want to feel important. We all want to be treated as if we are important. So why not treat other people like they're important? This desire to be important, to feel important, is the reason why a poverty-stricken, uneducated grocery clerk studied some law books that he found in some household plunder that he bought for 50 cents. You might have heard of this grocery clerk. Abraham Lincoln. We all want to feel important. That's why we dress. That's why we buy the most expensive cars. That's why we buy the biggest house that, half of it is unoccupied. So treat people. Find someone so insignificant tomorrow and say hello. Speak to them, ask them how they are. It will change their life and it will change yours too. Third rule, talk about what other people would like to talk about and not what just you'd like to talk about. You're interested in what you want to talk about. You're eternally interested in what you want to talk about. But the other person might not be. So when you start a conversation, don't start going on about yourself, but wait till the other person asks you questions and engage with you, but ask questions from the other person. Ask them where they are from, what they do, what backgrounds they have. And that you will have a more successful conversation as a result. Fourth rule is to smile. A smile is a very effective and a very powerful tool that you have. Think about it. When you go out to a nightclub, when you go out to a party, when you go to a football match, when you're having fun, you're smiling, you're not frowning. And immediately that impact that you have is transported to the other person, so you feel welcome when you come across people who are friendly, who are smiling. It does not cost you a thing. But how many of us smile at people, or how many of us ignore people when we see someone? Smile at the reception person, smile at the door, at the person at the door. Just make a day for them. Make their day by smiling. Fifth rule is to remember names. Everyone is so interested in their name. They're more interested in his or her name than all the other names put together on earth. And you remember that name and you call it easily, you have made a very subtle but a very challenge of remembering names. I forget names. But I've made it a point to remember names, and it is not impossible. Firstly, one trick is to, if you can't pronounce a name, write down the name so that visually you can see the name. And secondly, if you can't remember names, you repeat the name. When you first meet someone, repeat the name 3-4 times during the first conversation, and then it will register in your mind. So, what are the 5 rules? Firstly, do not criticize. Secondly, making people feel important. Thirdly, talk about what other people would like to say, talk about, and not what you would like to talk about. Fourthly, smile, which is a gift, and you can use it very, costless to you. Fifthly, remember everybody's names. So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow when you go out, I challenge you, hold your chin in, hold the crown of your head high, fill your lungs to the utmost, put your soul into every hand clasp, and breathe in the sunshine. And do not forget, do not waste your time thinking about your enemies, and do not fear of being misunderstood. Just focus your mind on your goal